Nyght, ride on the track.
What's going on? What's going on? How are you guys? I already see you in the chat. Just didn't even let me get properly introduced. Y'all in here talking already. What's going on? We're going to go ahead and say hello to some of the people that got in here. What's going on, ATL Leo? Hello, Jamie. How you doing? Love and peace. What's up, Sean Dunn? It's been a minute, sir. You know that podcast. I hope you still got it going, Mr. Comedian. Speaking of, we're going to introduce who we have on the show in a minute. Okay, and then what's up, Tony Hall? How you doing? How you doing? Please share this out. Let everybody know that we are live tonight, and it's going to be every Monday. So, you never know who we're going to have on. You're going to learn something today, but let's go ahead and talk about who we is, people. Who we is. I am Champagne. Well, I'm part of the Champagne Confessions, as you saw on the banner. My other co-host, Miss Kai, she's been dealing with the kids and everything else. So I've been inviting some guests on to kind of join me on the conversation. So in case you don't know what Champagne Confessions is, it's just a podcast that we talk about anything and everything under the sun that help better you, living a better life. So we talk shit, but we teach you something at the end of it. So we're going to cut up all day long. So let's go ahead and get into a little bit of my mental space motivational moment. I always do something of a reflection. Then we're going to get into, our special guest for the day. So I'm just going to do this off the top of my dome. And we're going to it's going to go into what we're talking about today. Now, there are different types of relationships, but one thing I can say about relationships, just don't lose yourself. When you're trying to pursue someone and you've been with somebody and you're ignoring the red flags, remember your worth at the end of the day. And if somebody is not willing to meet you halfway, bring you peace, that's my biggest thing. They make your life a living hell. Why are you holding on to them? They don't value you. So my motivational is take you back. Choose you first. There's nothing wrong with saying, you know what? My needs are important. I'm special. And at the same time, make sure when you're doing these things, you do the things properly that you need to better help yourself. Self-motivation, getting this together. Because a lot of time we go into these relationships with trauma and we bring that trauma into the next one and expect them to save you. That's not their job. That's your own job. So just take accountability, people. That's all I got to say. What you got to think about that, Miss Lady?
I definitely agree with that. Like, it's so important for people to just take a moment for themselves and just talk to yourself. Like, people always wonder, do you talk to yourself? Yes, I do. Happily. Because sometimes you need to work things out within yourself so you can make the best decision for yourself. So it's super important to make sure that you, like you said, take you back, take that moment back. Think about what you're doing and how it's going to affect you specifically. Don't worry about like we're going to talk about the expectations.
No, yeah, we go get into that now. Y'all better share this out because the shenanigans about to start. Okay, it's gonna get good.
Oh
But
yeah.
speaking of, we want to go ahead and introduce the lady of the hour. Not even ask how long you got. You can hang with me for about an hour or so. You good?
Yeah, I got you. I'm here.
Okay, so you got your glass and ready to go.
We are ready to go.
All right, cheers, honey. So we're gonna go ahead
Cheers.
and introduce who we have today. I just want you to let us know a little bit about you. Tell us about you right now. Who are
Well,
you?
hello, everyone. My name is Christina, but you can call me Stina B. That is my stage name. I am a event MC, comedian, and podcaster as well. I started in the corporate space, so
Okay.
I hosted a lot of corporate events. And then I decided to take a chance on comedy since people always thought I was so funny. And now I've been doing comedy for about 3-4 years now, which has been
Okay.
amazing. And I've been a podcaster for about 3 years as well. I'm an analyst by day, so I kind of say that I'm nosy because I just like to dig into stuff and see what's going on and why things are doing the things that they are. And so I feel like with this topic that we're going to cover today, I'll be able to just share like things that I've experienced in
Mm.
my life and also just things that I've seen out here in the world and conversation I've had with friends and things of that nature
Mhm.
to be able to provide a funny but insightful way of just thinking about what we're talking about today. And a fun fact about me, which I always like to share a fun fact, I'm 13% German.
You know what? And yeah, my ancestry. I'm a mutt too. I am. Got all
So
that.
that
You can
was
tell by the skin
very
tone.
okay. Yeah, that was very interesting to find out. So that's always a fun fact that I like to share. And
It is.
thank you so much for inviting me, Maggie. I am
Oh, I'm
excited and
excited.
I am ready to tap in.
Let's do it then. Let's go ahead and see who else is at T. Terry. What's going on? What's good, my beautiful queen, Miss Maggie? Of course, you got this lady, Miss Stina B, on the panel. So give her some love, y'all. Show her some flowers and follow her on social media. Check
Yeah.
out her videos. And I think she has a comedy show coming up. So she's going to tell us a little bit about that. Thank you for the hearts and loves. And look, tell me, look, if you don't know, we're here now. You know. So let's get into a little controversy, though. We got to
Mm-mm.
do it. We got to do it because we always talk about a little bit of facts. Yeah, of course, if anybody is, of
Mm.
course, I don't know if it was the highest viewed Olympics there have been because of course it was a lot of African Americans doing their thing, but let's talk about it. Let's talk
Let's
about
talk about it.
it. So, from what we know, she won controversially, they're saying that she didn't earn that bronze medal.
Yes.
Um, and right now she took it home. They did the whole award ceremony and everything else. She got in her possession. But they decided, you know what? The judges didn't turn in, I guess they're judging in a certain amount of time, even though they now saying it's like a lot of rumors, so it's a lot of things that's going on. But I guess they're arguing like, well, we had enough time for this. So what are you guys are talking about? We did it within the allowed time that we're supposed to submit our things and things like that. Um, well, because of that, they're saying, we need to strip her of her title and giving it to the other person that is supposed to be deserving of it. And of course, they put in an appeal to try to overturn that. Like, look, and then some people was like, just give them both the damn award. This lady,
Mhm.
how do you look pulling that back? But of course, some people, well, they do that anyway in the Olympics. But they need to change the damn rule. Once you make the decision, it's like basketball and football. You really can't do nothing
Yeah.
about it once the score is over with.
Mhm.
We can say, oh, we made a mistake, but it's like, well, it's in the record books now at this point. We know
That's
who was
right.
there and who stood there on that podium. So what do you think about that? How you feel about that controversy?
And I call myself an Olympic snob because I was watching all of the Olympics as much as I could, especially
Hmm.
working from home those few weeks when it was going on. So I was tapped in and I watched this event live, and it was crazy because the young lady, I forget what country it is. I think it was like Italy or something like that. The young lady was literally in tears because she was just so excited that she won a medal. And Jordan had already like was like, okay, I'm not gonna win a medal. Congratulations.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Congratulating Simone and everything. And then, girl, when they changed that thing just live, when I tell you that place erupted, it was such an exciting moment. And like you said, went through the whole ceremony, put it on her neck. They done took the pictures. She done did the bite on the she
Yes.
done bit the metal and everything just for them to take it back. They just reneged on my girl. They reneged, give me back my 3 books. Like that's what they did to her. And I just felt so bad for her because she went through all the emotions. And same for the
Yes.
other girl too. Like she needs to be talked about too because she went through a lot of emotion too because she thought she won, and then it's like okay, she didn't win. So why didn't y'all just give them 2 medals? Like after
Well,
all,
there was an article out that she was just saying, like, she didn't, she not wasn't looking for all this kind of media attention about the controversy behind it. She was like, we're just athletes here, and you're making it, of course, everybody threatening, and it's like, social media now is ruthless, you
social
know.
media is the problem for a lot of things. A lot.
So it's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure they both got threats. Give it back. It's for our country. And what are you doing? And I'm pretty sure she got all
Yeah,
kinds of racial slurs and all
yeah.
kinds of stuff going on. And
Because I think the other young lady, I think it was going to be like their first medal in that uh
oh,
competition. So it was controversial. That's why they was yelling so bad. And then when the announcer switched it up, I was like, wait, what is happening? I couldn't believe it. And then they just took it back. I know that girl was probably somewhere boo-hooing. And I hate that for her because like I said, it was on live TV.
uh-huh.
I mean, millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of people were watching that just for it to have controversy and get snatched and all this other stuff. Like, why us? I just
And then after, such a, I think that was a beautiful team they had, the togetherness, Simone was like, mm-mm, I'm a team and these are my girls. And so for her to be able to get honor and some things along with Simone, the humbleness they had together and I loved it. So it's like, now you're bringing controversy into that beautiful moment they were having, which was unnecessary. So it's like, just give them girls both one and
just
just say, hey, they in the record books for getting the same award, whatever. The Summer Olympics come every 4 years,
that's
so
right.
get over it. Get
Yeah.
over it.
We're gonna be talking about this in 4 years. I'm sure.
Of course, because
We're
it's
gonna
going to be a
bring it
lot
up.
of rules changing. And speaking of, I,
Why?
I wanted to bring this up. What do you think about this break dancing that was going on that was brought to the
Honey,
Olympics?
honey, well, what I will say is that for the 10% that actually represented what breaking was, I salute you. I'm glad I was able to see at least 2 of y'all. I could only see highlights on YouTube for the other ones. The rest of y'all could have really just went back home. Like just enjoy watching the rest of the Olympics. Be an audience member at this point.
My thing is,
Especially
you
in
had
our
4 years to get this right. And there's like, not to knock anybody that's in breaking, but there are so many people that's really, really extremely competitive out there. Like if you go onto YouTube and watch these videos, these some talented people. But what do you have to do to qualify for this new sport that you created? And then the judges, it was like that was a little questionable. It
Mhm.
was like, okay, but I'm not gonna go into deep into this topic because we need to get into the main topic. But I was just like,
Yes,
the
especially
girl
Miss
that's going
Thing from
viral for
Australia.
what she was doing, she was flopping and flipping and
Yes, Miss
like a toddler.
Australia. And I know we're gonna move on, but they're saying it might be a little controversy with the Australian Olympic Committee because kind of felt like she was set up for failure. Like, why did you
Oh,
allow her? You, why did y'all allow her to go out there and embarrass herself like that? Like, y'all saw that and was like, oh yeah, she's gonna go represent Australia. Yep, she's the one. There's no
She
way.
got it. I mean,
There's no way.
I don't know. Maybe they thought that maybe I think she's a dancer and her husband, trains her. So maybe they just thought, contemporary dance or whatever she's used to doing. Like, oh yeah, that's hip hop enough. Let's teach her a little couple of things and she'll get it. She's real good. She's the most talented, you know, dancer there is to Australia. Come on.
Failure.
I'm just saying, ATL Leo. So how much she got paid to do a failure version of Thriller? Because I could have done better than them bad knees. Oh, Leo, shots fired. But I mean, I could have got up there and did better than that.
I'm telling you.
Let me get paid to get if I got this spin on my side like this and but whatever, we're gonna go ahead and proceed with it though. We don't want to hang too much on this topic. I'm just saying though. So it's gonna be a lot of shenanigans on this show because we finna get right into the nitty-gritty of this show. So the topic for today. I'll go ahead and take my sip on this one. What do you bring to the table?
What do you bring?
So that's the topic because it's like everybody got these expectations. We're gonna get into that next, but you want all this in the partner or your job or you got to pay me top dollar. So like we're not just talking about relationships here. We're just saying, what do you bring to the table? Are you more than a napkin when it comes to the table? So disposable napkin at that. Excuse me.
Right.
We throw that away. So
a bounty.
A bounty, exactly. So I want y'all to ponder on this topic, and I want y'all to put in the chat what you bring to the table. I want to see some stuff. We're gonna see if it's some BS or not. So go ahead and let us know. We're gonna keep it real here on this show. So our first topic of the day is the unrealistic expectations in a partner. Well, of course, we can make it job, whatever, but we're gonna keep this relationship wise too, because that'd be the main thing. Because everybody, what have you done for me like lately when they putting out their expectations, what you need to be. So first expectation, then we'll talk about it once I go through them a little bit. Expecting your partner to read your mind. So you're in the relationship, you just want them to figure it out. Especially a person that doesn't know how to communicate that well, and you're just over here slamming stuff and throwing things, and it's like, well, what the hell wrong with you? Nothing. Okay, well, I'm gonna go on over here and eat my food and let you have your little hissy fit. I'll check on you later. Then you in there having huffing and puffing because that person didn't, But if you know your spouses or your partner's communication style, it ain't just that easy. You got to do your homework. So you got to let them know. Let them know what you got to. Sometimes you got to spell it out to people. Like, look, this is what this is what's happening with me. I'm letting you know that. So, what do you think about that? Expecting to, your partner to read your mind.
You have to open your mouth.
Closed mouth don't get fed, right?
I'm telling you, and it'd be so crazy because you'll open up about anything else. When you're hungry, you definitely gonna talk when you're hungry because you don't want to get hangry. So why don't you do that for your relationships, no matter what type of relationship it is you're trying to do? Especially, I mean, for work, don't just accept what they give you. Like, do research and offer something. You know your worth. Put that out there. Even when it comes to relationships, like, it's important. Like, nobody is Miss Cleo. We're not going to figure it out.
Mattel Rita still got a little bio coming out about her.
Girl, and I can't wait to watch that. I know that's going to be so funny. But it's like, nobody is the CaliforniaPsychic.com. So if you don't spell it out, what are we supposed to do at the end of the day? Nobody's old. We're using our big words, and just let us know. The worst thing they can do is say no.
And I see what Sean done. He's put out here, his value, who he is. It says I'm a problem solver, cool under fire, and always find a solution. Okay, so that's what you bring
Okay.
into the table. And ATL Leo said, I bring loyalty and peace, and I can provide and give foresight. Okay, so financial person, you can provide peace and loyalty.
Mm,
That's
provide.
Marcia Williams said genuine support and motivator. Okay, those some good things there. And and then we're gonna get into this with Stacey Ward. We're gonna come back to your comment talking about what happens to falling in love with someone with a bus pass. That's what I'm saying. We're gonna get into this one, Cope. This is what we're talking about today. People want somebody to save them from the BS and don't hold them accountable. Oh yeah, like we're gonna get right deep into it. So let's get into the next
Mhm.
tip here. So, next one is, expecting your partner to fulfill all your needs.
And it's a daggone shame because, like, it's just, and it goes with what we just talked about. Like, you got to speak on what it is, but you also need to understand, which we're going to get deep into, is like,
Mm-hmm.
what are you bringing? You can't expect someone to just do everything.
For everything to
And
you.
yeah, like, I mean, because what's going to be left for them at the end of the day if all they're doing is trying to fulfill your needs? Um,
Yeah.
Very selfish, and selfishness is something I don't like. So, there's a balance there. There's always compromise and there's always balance. So I get that part of it, but not all. Some, yes. I mean, but there are some men that, what they bring is fulfilling all of your needs. And you know what? If you have that life, I'm jealous.
And but that comes with a lot of
Other
work on
things.
your end, though. That comes with a lot of, because it's like, well, you can sit here and be Miss Pretty Princess on the couch, but you got to fulfill a lot of things for me too. So if I'm gonna be paying for your upkeep and you looking good, your hair and all that kind of stuff, look, you need to be doing some things, some
Yeah.
services, and doing it willingly. No
Mhm.
complaints, none of that. If I'm paying for all this and doing all that, you got to perform and operate. I'm just saying,
Period. Oh, no, no,
food
no.
need to be on the table. This need to be happening. So
I'm
don't think you
telling
can just
you.
be a pretty princess and spend my money. It comes with something, right? Nothing's free.
Not a dust speck, not a piece of lint anywhere. You hear me? You pay all my bills. I mean, what do you want to eat?
And you need to be coming in here like, okay, daddy, I'm here. Hop, hop, hop. What you need me to
Okay.
do?
I love
What you
this.
need me to do? Because you paying all the bills and taking care of all my needs for the
Okay.
But no,
Sir,
I'm too
yes,
cute to
sir.
do that. I can't lift a finger. I can't do nothing. I'm just here. But then again, some people like who are really well off, they're probably just looking for that little bunny that they can hit up. That's the sugar daddy part of things, or the sugar mamas, and so there are exceptions to the rule. Sometimes they don't want nothing to
Mhm.
do with you. You're just a trophy piece.
Yep.
That's all you are. So you're pretty much as valued as nothing. I'm not marrying you, but you look cute. I'm gonna take care of and spend. We can go on trips and we can look good, but you're
Mhm.
sitting at home by yourself in a whole empty house, crying to yourself. I ain't got no friend. And then you go get with your housewives or whatever else, and living this fake bullshit ass life. And this man out here dogging you out, and then going to go get the next baddie.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
Absolutely.
absolutely. They don't care
Mhm.
about you. They don't respect you. So next one. We was going to the finances. So expecting your partner to divide things equally. And this is more than just finances. It's more the everyday relationship parts. Like, okay, we're staying
Mhm.
together. You got to wash the dishes. You take out the trash. You do this. You do that. The definition was like, what if some people have strengths and weaknesses? What if she or he can't cook? What if she,
Definitely.
certain things that they don't know how to do? You need to be building this, and I'll go hire somebody to do this job. Well, you ain't a man, then you this, and come on, what you
Yeah,
think
they
about that?
definitely do that. They definitely be like, he ain't no man if he can't change no tire.
Yeah,
Well, girl, maybe he got AAA and he never had to do that.
exactly. He got the money, the income to do that. What you
Yes,
want from him? He a little too soft for me because he don't get rough, and some of them want you to be rough around the edges, but
mhm.
but then you want to be treated like a little lady and stuff like that. It don't work that way, boo. You
It
can't
does
have a
not work
whole
that way.
roughneck. He's gonna push you around and cuss you out, and you expect to be is rosins and all that keeps going on. So it's like, come on now. So expecting your partner to divide things equally, meaning you also have to bring in something of value into that. If you're talking about equal, not 80-20 or whatever you
Yeah.
guys, you can't do that. You got to be, but they say that the biggest thing is, you got to be 50-50 or of course 80-20, but it's never, some people say that, but then they don't really want that truly.
Yeah,
So
you're right.
you got to be right. So let me see what some of
Mhm.
these comments are saying, but yeah, so I'm gonna go back to Stacy Ward's senior's comment though. He said, "What happens to falling in love with someone?" That's what I'm saying. So what if this person he's an amazing or she's an amazing person, but just for some reason she got car anxiety or whatever might be going on, where they don't want to drive and they're just comfortable getting around on public transportation. But guess what? You're also kind of carless, but oh, I can never date somebody that's, riding around in the bus pass and things like that. What do you think about that? What happens to
Yeah.
falling in love with somebody, with stipulations like that? What do you think?
Well, my first question I was going to ask is, do you have a car? If you're going to question somebody else that has a bus pass, just like you said, because how dare you judge me and you don't have a car? We both getting bus passes together. We might as well
Mhm.
get a discount. We're getting
That's what
2
I'm
bus
saying. So I was
passes.
saying, so is it, yeah, are you
Yeah,
without the car? And then of course, she or he who's demanding you got to be riding and doing all this. Like, what are you doing?
right.
What
And
you
they
got
could be
going
stuck
on?
in Limburg, and because they job paid for, they could park their car at Marta. You never know.
You never know. There was a picture. It was a picture, no, a video of something. It was lady. She had like her, she was done up, her hair, her wig on, she looked like she was headed somewhere, not like going to work. And this dude got on the video and was like, "Oh, look at her at the bus stop." Like really shaming this woman for getting on public transportation. Maybe her car broke down, and she didn't want to do a rental car. Life is tough right now.
Mm-hmm.
The
And
economy is terrible.
in some places, subway is probably the preferred mode of transportation anyway. It's not like that, fortunately, here, but I know in a lot of other places it is. So why is that a big deal? I I just don't understand. Like, if you figured yourself out, like you could get yourself out of that. You spending a lot of money on them bus passes. You could save up to get a car if you need to. Now, if it's like insurance or tickets and stuff, that's a whole
That's a whole different thing. That's what I'm saying. You don't know anybody's situation, and you don't know. It just like I said, you know what Sean Dunn said, can't want me to work on cars and get mad. My nails dirty. Oh, because you was
oh,
attracted to the
yeah,
mechanic because you came in that shop one day and he said, "Let me fix your stuff." It's like, oh, he fine too.
that's right.
Come on, I'm friend. And then it was. And speaking of, you said social media put everything out there. I don't know how true it was, but it was basically the girl went there and got her. She met somebody she liked. He was a mechanic, and instead of she wanted money in her hand, he offered. He basically was like, "I'm gonna fix your car. I'm gonna work on your shit." Oh my God, I don't want that. You need to be paying me, and you just so cheap and all that.
She's
Like, but baby, you
crazy.
getting your car fixed
She's crazy.
for a
Where
hop
do
of
I
a lap.
sign?
You getting your car fixed, ma'am. What's wrong with you?
Where do I sign?
A mechanic that's gonna fix my stuff and like, here you go, baby. My
I'm
starter didn't
telling
come on.
you.
Okay, shoot,
Okay.
that adds up.
That adds up. Them parts add up, honey. That labor add up too. Shoot. Come
Girl,
on and
I'm
fix
telling
my
you,
car
I'm
for
saying
free.
this topic right here. So y'all come on, share this out, get more people in this conversation. I appreciate the feedback from everybody. But now we're gonna get into
Here we go.
dating
Dating
requests.
request.
Oh, 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 oh. This one.
The
So,
people are crazy.
I'm gonna give it, go ahead and just talk about, you know, what I saw. I put some things up there in the banner because this is kind of like, y'all seen it. I was trying to find some good ones, but that time frame passed by, so I couldn't find them. I should have saved them to my phone. But this is one list that I felt like, okay, let's talk about dating requests. This is just different types of restaurants that you can't, you just can't be set dead taking a lady to, as far as where you want to eat. It's just, I see a buffet. Let me get this thing off of here. I see buffets. I hope y'all can see that list. I was trying to make a bigger list, but it is what it is. But so basically, you can't go to Red Lobster. You can't go to buffets. You can't go to a lot of these places for a first date.
They said church. You can't go to church on a first date.
I know you might be
That's
trying to find
crazy. Now,
your
number
boo
20,
thing in religion. Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, I'm about to say number 20, I might can agree with a little bit. Like, I don't know how I feel about introducing family on the very first date.
Oh
Since they're
no.
saying first date, I agree with that. Family functions, no, that's a setup.
Oh yeah.
That's a setup. That man could be telling them people that you are
Y'all
already
together.
together.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I had somebody already trying to invite me, like, yeah, we finna go. What? No, no, ma'am, no, ma'am. I'm staying right here in Atlanta, Georgia. I'll tell mama, hey, how you doing? But family trips and stuff like that, oh, that ain't happen, baby. And then for one thing, a lot of people don't realize, not thinking about it. For one thing, dating is an audition. For one thing,
It's an
so let's just
audition.
keep it real like that. So if Tyrone want to hang out with you this weekend, and then he over there with Bronquisha the next day, whatever, we're dating. You can
Right.
pursue other people when dating. So let me take this little list off. But yeah, what you think about this? Are you said just a couple of them you kind of against. So you
Yeah, I
would go to
saw
like a Red Lobster or a
take me
something like
in.
that, a bowling alley, or little fun cute dates like that. Walk on the park with the champagne glass and sandwiches and chips. You would do something like that?
Are you feeding me?
Mhm.
Are you feeding me? And I'm there. And I'm kind of mad that sporting events is on there. Because if a man is willing or woman is willing to take you to a sporting event, first of all, they spent some money. And that means they had to pre-plan it.
Oh yeah.
So that's already like attributes. I'm like, okay, you know how to plan things. You're timely, already giving you, sniffs of what they bring into the table,
Hmm.
uh,
Hmm.
like that. So I just sporting events. I wish somebody would take me somewhere like that on a first date. That would have been amazing to me. I
Oh
would
yeah,
have
because I'm a sports fanatic. So it's like,
been
hey, we finna go to the game and I already paid for the tickets. What?
right, right. I was like, can
Thank
you tell us
you.
what to do? Well,
Oh, and I'm finna go put me a cute little jersey on and look cute.
you bought me a little jersey too. I appreciate you. You knew my favorite player. That's
Oh,
cute.
oh,
That's
you paid
cute.
attention.
You gaining points. Look at you. I'm gonna keep a tally. But
I'm putting you down on date to next week because
okay.
I got my little list. So it's like, hold on. Nope. Nope. But you know what? I like him. I like her. Let me,
Mhm.
I might call you back tomorrow. I think
Put a
this is pretty
circle and a
good.
star next
But
to his
you
name.
can get like nice sweets. Like the State Farm Arena, they got like bars and it's really nice.
It's
It's
really,
really
really
nice at a
nice.
sporting event, especially you go tailgate, you get to meet people.
That's
It's
right.
it's a fun atmosphere, but you know, it's not for everybody apparently. So what y'all think about that in the audience? What do you think about dating expectations? Um,
It's
the
a mess.
dating.
I
Oh my
remember
God.
that girl who the guy was in the Tesla. She was in that green Shein dress, and he literally pulled up the Cheesecake Factory, which I think was number one on that list. And
Mm-hmm.
it was like, how dare you bring me to a Cheesecake Factory for a date? And I just wanted to be like, ma'am, did you want him? Where did you want him to take you in this outfit? Like,
And first for the first date, I'm trying to see who, if you're gonna renege on me anyway, like, are you gonna show up?
exactly.
I'm not gonna put all my everything in my basket in my first date. It's like, this is supposed to be your time. You actually kind of like speed dating. You get about what, 5 minutes to talk to somebody, and let me give you my intro, then you moving
Yep.
on to the next. That's
Yep.
dating. That's
It's
dating.
literally dating. It's just
Now if
longer.
you have some intentions, it's like, oh yeah, I'm trying to get in your panties. So I'm gonna spend a little bit of money because I know who you are. So I know I'm gonna get some. That's a little different.
Right.
That's a
Right.
little different. You know what we came for. So I'm gonna wind and dine you because I already know what's coming at the end of it. So there's a difference, but they're not looking at you as a potential to do anything else with. It's like, I know what you all about. And then of course you wear the uniform like it. Like, who did that? I can't think of what comedian said that. It's like, basically you dressing like a hoe, but you don't want, it's I can't think what comedian was, but it was like, yeah, you're walking like this is your persona. So it's like you're gonna pick up who you think you're gonna pick up.
Exactly. You little sugar daddies or whatever. Don't
I
be
mean,
mad.
look, we keeping
I
it
love
real
my
here now. Look, we don't hold back on this show. So I'm just saying,
son.
if you was offended, be offended. I'm just saying though. But no, not everybody that dress sexy and things like that. We're just saying there are some things that you wear, men as well. If you throwing
Mhm.
around all these chains and you walking around with your car, you don't rent a vehicle and you riding around like that's how your life is, and you ain't like that. You're gonna attract those type of people. And then it's like, hey, well, I want them to like me for me. But you showed up as a representative of yourself.
You showed up as somebody completely different because who are you?
So now let's get into we're gonna go right back to that. What do you bring to the table? Are you the table? Like I said, you that napkin, the disposable fork, qualities call out. We're calling you out now. You know, and then we're gonna get into some qualities that that can be important in a dating relationship. So people don't go by that. The dating pool has pee in it. So,
Animal poop.
this is a little too modest, and, people don't go by these, but we're just going to put it out there. Respect. Valuing your partner, understanding their boundaries, and showing empathy.
That's
Okay.
crazy. You would think that's so easy. You would think that's so easy.
Mm-mm.
Some people that
It's
can't even
not.
get past that.
And then if you showing some, empathy and things like that, oh, you weak. What you doing? It's
Mhm.
always, I don't like my man soft. I don't like him to care about my feelings. Let's see what this comment
Right.
talking about. um, it said, if you need to have that little list for dating somebody, you not trying to date, you just trying to use them for money, how much depth you in, and to flex on social media. And he said, I'm that one
Ooh.
of a kind you want finding another in lifetime. That's what I'm saying. That's high expectations for yourself, sir. That's what I'm talking about. So yeah, I mean, people do have agendas, and that's the sad part about it. So, um,
Definitely.
here's another one: trust.
Mm. You don't
Giving
trust
your partner the benefit of the doubt about and placing trust in them. So you got to trust in them as well as they trust in you. But at the same time, let's even add, a little devil advocates to that one. It's like, what if you are the person that can't be trusted?
what if, and that's a big if, especially like first date trying to get to know somebody. You don't want to trust. Because it's like, just like you said about social media, like, people put on facades, like, people are fake. So it's like, are you what you say you are? Do you live in Sandy Springs? Do you work at XYZ company? Just little
Hmm.
things like that. It's so sad now, but you have to question it. And, a lot of people don't open that trust too much because they have their walls up.
They do. And I think I'm in that place now. I'm not really out there dating. I tried to do the
Okay.
friends with benefits situation. That didn't work out because people so, I was trying to have that unattached situation where it's like, look, I ain't with nobody, you ain't with nobody. Let's bring this together and, at least meet some needs in certain areas here.
Right.
But, you know, but people, oh no, I can be unattached and stuff. Feelings are not there. And then they love you and they can't leave you alone and all that. And
Mhm.
it's like, what happened here?
Dedicating songs to you, sending you playlists.
I can't, I can't live
I was
and
thinking
breathe
about you
without
when
you.
I heard
To
this song.
breathe again, that I should never breathe. So I'm just saying, so understanding boundaries, Marquis has said, but yeah, that trust factor though, we just went all off topic, but um, so next one is, of course, we already talked about respect, trust.
Honesty, being truthful, and showing respect for others. Speak your truth. We talked about that
He
earlier.
didn't
You
say
gotta
I work
own
at
it.
McDonald's. I'm an assistant manager at McDonald's, but guess what? I own a couple of them. I'm
That's
just trying to get
wonderful.
myself back on my feet. This is who I am. Be real. You might be. Oh, somebody might be okay with like. Well, at least you're working. At least you build. What's your future goals? What
At
you gonna
least
do
you
later in future?
working.
What are
Right.
your work ethics? I see that you're consistent, you're busting your ass, you got child support, you got all this going on. So I get it. You're not trying to stay in that place. So I'm gonna rock with you. But it's not that easy, people. Not everybody don't want to be honest.
And then they
Even
find
this
out
part
too
here,
late.
you wanna, you got your face caked on and you're
Ooh.
doing all this stuff. And ain't nothing wrong with throwing a little wig here and there, but some people get to the extreme, like they can't even go out without putting all that together. And like, I want you to like me for me.
Right. For
And
all.
when all that falls off, when the shit hits the fan, when life gets real, and it's like, oh, I'm at your doorstep. Oh, wait. Let me
Right.
FaceTime you. Hold on.
Uh-uh. None
And
of
that's
that.
one thing. FaceTime you, people. If you gonna go on a date with somebody, all this catfishing. It was a story in the lesbian group I'm in, and she was anonymous though. We was like, well, show the picture anyway. She met somebody. Now her profile picture was like 10 years ago.
Oh boy.
So she met the 10 and 20-year later person in person. But this girl goes in, like, first she ended the date. It was like, you're not who I expected you to be. So she went in the bathroom, I guess, making her exit. She was talking about the girl over the phone in the bathroom stall. How about old girl in the bathroom? Kicked the door down. And yes, what group I was in? I forgot what lesbian group I'm in. But I was like, and she was
What?
really upset about that. I was like, for one thing, you're talking about the girl. Now her self-esteem. I mean, of course, they don't give her a right to bust down doors trying to, do all that. But if you're gonna do it, leave.
Yeah, if you're gonna do it, don't do it in a public space where she's still around. That wasn't smart. Common sense. If you're gonna do it right. But that's why she was still there, because karma came at you too quick.
Hmm. ATL Leo said people want to live this reality TV biz. Absolutely. So
Yes, they
that's what I'm
do.
saying. FaceTime your people that you're gonna talk to. Like there needs to be. I don't. You can exchange pictures and body parts and all that all day long, baby. But show me your. Let's go on video time and talk to each other so I can see you face to
Right.
face
What you look like
before
at
we meet.
38 p.m.
Thank
Let me
you.
see.
2 in the
What's your
morning after all that don't fell off and you don't took your
yeah,
bath and put your face mask on, threw
exactly.
your lashes off to the side. I want to see that.
I want to
That's
see
who I
that
want to
face.
see.
I want to see that face, not that 10 a.m. face you don't work 2 hours for. I didn't even know girls take 2 hours to put on their makeup. I think that is so crazy. But y'all look so pretty, so I'm not hating on y'all at
I'm
all.
not hating it. Some,
I
and then of
wish I
course
could
some
do
people
it.
need it, but
Yeah,
I don't have the. I'll throw something like this on and keep it moving. I'm liking my little trying to become a lock, whatever you can call this stuff. This is trying to be a lock, but I got that
It's
curly
cute
hair.
though. You can do it.
Yeah, I can do it, honey. So this is just
Yeah,
get up and
girl.
go, throw on a little lash. Sometime I might get these done. I be okay then, popping.
Sometimes.
You might get a
Mm-hmm.
couple of picture ops and like y'all better take it on in because this ain't gonna be every day. Take it in. That's me, you know.
For
So it's like I
sure.
don't need to do all that for you to love me. So what's the next one? So communication.
Ooh.
Being open and effective and listening during oh my goodness, listening.
Girl, they do that these days. They listen
Apparently, I guess that's a thing.
a little bit, maybe. I
That
mean,
really happens.
I mean, that's in any relationship, friendships,
Mm-hmm.
relationships,
Mm-hmm.
working. I mean, even at work, I just wish people would just hear me out so you don't have to struggle about what you need from me. Like I've already figured it out for you, but you trying to oh,
Yep.
like I'm trying to help you out, so let me figure it out for you. Like I
I'll
let
be like, are you done? Are you done? Okay.
those like in the most professional way possible. Like that's okay. I understand. However, comma, you know, but definitely
However,
relationships. Yeah,
this is what we're
however,
about to do, and this is what your account is set up to be.
and
If you read the
here's the
fine
thing.
print of whatever is going on, you would have known this by now. But you want to call me about whatever, ma'am. You signed the dotted line, didn't you? You should have read.
We going back and forth for 2 hours. You could have been had this number when you really needed it at 9 o'clock this morning. But yes, relationships too. Like it's even more important. I feel like that's where a lot of people that's the level where a lot of people fall out at is communication. And it's so important. My thing is I know things get elevated. I know I could turn up. I know I can. But one thing about turning upset, I'm gonna let you finish.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna turn but I'm at least let you get your words out, let you know I comprehend. And then I'm gonna take my turn. It's gonna be a back and forth thing. And then by the end of it, we've all calmed down and everything. It wasn't no need to get all frustrated. We just hungry. It just be little stuff like that.
It do because it's like sometimes, especially when babe just no don't call me over and over again. Look, if I'm hanging up the phone, I'm trying to spare you for right now. So let me get this together. Let me get my thoughts together, because I'm over
Yeah.
here like this, like, wait a minute. So just give me 50 feet for a moment. And then
Right.
I'm gonna come back and like, okay, all right, this was what I was trying to say, but it was in the heat of the moment. Cause I'm one of them people that I am still working on my communication. You know, I can be a pit bull when it comes to communication. I can get defensive and
Mm-hmm.
everything else. So it's like if I'm walking away and I'm not answering the phone right now, I'm doing this like now. Please
Just
leave me
leave me
alone for
alone.
a moment.
Right.
Let me cool
You leave me
down. Then we can
alone.
come back, and have this conversation at a little adult level because right now it's going to be real, it. So
Mm-hmm.
you don't want that from me because feelings get hurt. And I feel
Yes.
terrible about it because like, shit, I shouldn't. Damn, I
Yep.
did
You
say
always
that.
I went too far, didn't
I
I?
went below the damn belt. But I
Leave
told you
it.
stop doing that. I told you to
I did.
stop calling me. But
Did.
then at the same time, it's like I could have handled it a lot better.
Of course,
Taking an
but
accountability. It's like,
always take
okay,
accountability. Mm-hmm.
yeah, I admit I should have had, I shouldn't have said that. We
Hey,
got to
even
come back
now,
to it.
communication, I feel like it's something you always have to work on. It's because it's always changing, and you have to be able to adapt. It gets tough out there sometimes. You have to figure out what they're trying to tell you and things of that nature, and get them to open up too. So that's why it's like being open fits right into what you're about to talk about right there. Compromise. Mhm.
Ooh, some people don't know how to realizing that you won't always get your way. Let me repeat that. Realizing that you won't always get your way and making an effort to work together. Why is that so hard?
I don't know why it's so hard, but well, you know what it is because they're not being honest and they don't trust the person probably. And so they're not willing to take down any of their walls in sacrifice of getting hurt. So they'll decide not to compromise, or maybe that the person that's always having to compromise, that's gotta suck because it's like you're
I'm making these
always
efforts for you, but you don't make accommodations. You don't do this for me.
you won't
And
do
then
this
there are
for
some people
me.
that's stuck in there like it is what it is. It's going to be that, and that's all I care about. I don't care.
Mhm.
Anybody I'm talking to, you got to abide by these rules. The narcissists, that. Them people that is like they're controlling everything and anything that you do. You can't
Yep.
do anything else, and if you ain't doing that, you ain't good enough. I'm mistreating you. I'm doing all this because you ain't abiding by my rules, and you're not compromising when I ask you. But what are you doing to compromise for me?
Nothing. Not a
Nothing.
damn thing. I mean, it could be something so simple that can, I mean, literally turn into arguments, miscommunication,
Hmm.
things of that nature. It could be as simple as, I see sometimes across social media where women are like, I just need you to tell me that you good wherever you at. Like, I don't care where you at, so the trust isn't the issue, but you don't ever communicate. And like a person like me, I worry. So like even with my friends, if we're out together and
Yeah, check
you're
in when you
leaving
get
me,
home. Let me know you made it.
you have to let me know you made it. I don't ask for much, but at least do that for me.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? In return, I am the best friend that you could probably ever have on account of five, on count of one hand. Like I know that about me, so I know what I bring to ask for that type of requirement from my friends. So it can be something as simple as that. But like sometimes compromise can be a huge thing. Like some people's sexual preferences, maybe they want to be poly, maybe they want to be, people have certain fetishes that maybe they want as a compromise. And communicating is very important in that when it comes to that, because if you're not about that, you have to speak up, because all you're going to do is set yourself up and them for failure at the end of the day.
Hmm. Absolutely. And ATLEO, so I can be a Targian dragon minded with a lion and a phoenix when I'm mad. But learning to work on that and doing better with communication with people I am close to. So at least you recognize, the thing is, we got to recognize because look, we're not perfect. And don't ever say that you are. We all got our flaws. We all got things that we have to. I mean, my communication, I can be a lot better at it. And like you said, the just checking in and letting me know that you're okay. If somebody's like I have some strong personality friends that don't like to be ignored. So if they're so happen to call me during the time, I'm a busy person. I'm doing podcasts, I'm, event planning, I'm working, I'm a mom, I'm all that.
Mhm.
So sometimes I might be on the client call, I'm doing something, but I'll text like, hey, I'm busy. I'll check you back later. I'll do a little quick message. And if I can't get to them right then, it's like, this what was happening. Hey, I had a conference call. I'm good. I'm gonna call you later. I try to do that if I can. Sometimes things happen. You can't do that all the time. But that's what my friends expect to me, at least. They're like, you don't have to explain. It's like, but I know that's a big deal to some people. It's like, you gotta
Mhm.
let me know what's going on. So
That's right. Yes, that is so true. Compromise is probably it's a big slice of the pie too, outside of communication. Ooh, we finna go there. We finna go there. Wait, let me hold on. Wait,
wait a minute. Let me go ahead and have a sip.
because we about to go there. This is a big
So
one.
So we're compromising, we're taking accountability, financial, and it's a two-part financial independence. So you already got your stuff together. You already know who you are, maintaining your own identity, meaning you're not following the crowd. You have your own thing going on. It's like, I know who I am. This is who I bring to the table. I am this person. I have these finances. Okay, are we going to get together and make this work? Okay, and who are you? I know who I am. Do you know who you are? But that's that honesty and being real. Come out and say, you know what, I struggle a little bit. Be for real. It's like,
Mm.
look, I really do need somebody to kind of help me out, or I do have it all together and I don't want to share. you know, I don't want to give you the piece of my pot. You need to just be,
Yeah,
let's be, I have my money, you have your money, and then we go and do things together equally.
yeah,
Or I don't want somebody to take care of me. I don't want to do anything else but create a business or but just be real about these
yeah,
things.
absolutely. It's just like you said, we've been talking about you have to communicate. Don't I mean, I feel like this one is a step that is missed in a lot of relationships, whether it's friendship or not. Uh, Not understanding the level that they're on financially can affect the relationship in the long run. If you know you're in a certain place and the person that you're dating is, maybe levels above you. Oh, and don't let it be the woman makes more. Oh, that's a whole nother
Oh, that's a whole nother
I,
topic.
I won't even go that I won't even go there because I can talk about that for an hour. But like the combativeness of who makes the most money. And now we're getting into roles as to, oh, is it whoever makes the most money makes the decisions, this way, that way? The man still wants to be the man, whether that's, in whatever type of relationship that is, you want to be the steadfast one, the beneficial one. And oh, if you don't get it right, the stress it will bring to your relationship, it
Hmm.
won't last. It won't last. You have to get that out the way. And I'm just glad I'm in a better position now where I understood that because in my 20s and 30s, who
Yeah.
was who was who was check? They just made sure they had a job. You wasn't thinking about, oh, after a while, what in the world are we gonna do financially? Like, what are we doing?
Mm-mm.
Credit scores, never barely knew any
Nothing,
of
none of
my
that.
girlfriends'
Mm-mm.
credit scores. And that's things you learn as you get older, but it's so important to know who you are in the financial space and be open to whatever you may hear on the other side as well, because maybe y'all in the same boat together and y'all can ride the wave
Y'all
together.
can ride the wave together and you build something. And I'm glad you say that. Now, for the people that go to a situation, they're so fascinated about how fine this person is. You're infatuated with that part of that person, and they whining and dining you today, and you get so comfortable being taken care of. But you're not thinking about your financial independence in the long run. You ain't got to work. I want you to stay home and do all this and be that. And then guess what? You don't wiped all your assets away. It's like, oh, they got it. I ain't got to worry about it. But you're not putting nothing to the side for a pot. So
Always.
when the shit hits the fan, you over there can't leave because you ain't got no kind of financial anything built up to go anywhere. You can't even go get to a Motel 6 because you can't even afford that. Because you done sat there and let that person take care of you, and you didn't have no type of financial plan going for it. You were just in love. Oh, he D's me down, and oh, she turned.
Mhm.
Mm-mm. Oh yes, all that. Okay, what happens after that?
Yeah, now y'all never. Now you done dated. Now you're in a relationship. Now it's, babe, can you pay the power bill? I'm gonna get it next month.
Yeah, yeah.
Then it turns into the next month and the next month. And wait, I need $50 to get my hair cut.
I don't, and that's the one thing about me. Anybody know me, I'm a very prideful person. I will wait till I have literally $2 to my name. It's like, okay, I need help. I'm sorry. Figure it out. I will figure it out before. So it's like a lot of people don't have that mindset. So it's like you're
Yeah.
begging and you're moving and you're doing, you're not setting yourself up. Nothing wrong with being a husband, housewife, whatever, spouse.
Mhm.
None wrong with that, but baby, have some type of something going for yourself. Just and not saying all relationships end and you ending it, but it comes back to that bringing something to the table. It's like, okay, yeah,
Right.
she's saying stay home but okay, do something, become a business person, find a hustle, find something, a hobby that you can do while you're sitting at home. And that house better be spotless though.
I
um
tell you. Not.
you gotta be at least be somebody I'm looking forward to come home to, because you
Exactly.
don't let yourself go and everything. So we're gonna get into this part right here. Shared values. Having some common values, even if you don't agree on everything. You gotta have them shared values. That comes with, you gotta match me. That's me. It's like my marriage, I'm divorced now. And you wasn't a supporter. You never watched or attended anything that I wanted to do. And, as far as me bettering myself, I have groupies. It's like, but you should be my main one. They
Right.
should know. Shoot, I know this person.
That's her.
That's you right there.
Right.
I know
That's
this person.
right. Yeah. Yeah.
It was
Exactly.
question like, are you in a relationship? When I gotta, explain, yeah, always working, making up stuff while you're not here. So it's like we got to have some shared equal. You got to match me if I'm going to decide I want to be somebody with you. You got to match me.
I agree with you. But one thing I learned in one of my previous relationships is that make sure that it's not everything, because I dated someone before where we literally matched on everything. We love the same
Mhm.
sports team. We love the same food. We love to do the same things. And that
It's boring.
became what? So
Mhm.
boring. And I learned then, I was like, you have to add a little spice to the pot. You can't just keep using salt and pepper and think that's just going to work every single time. Because I know I use all the seasonings I can when I cook. So just to make that as a reference. But like, even if something that's like my girlfriend now, she's a Titans and a Saints fan, unfortunately for her. I'm a diehard Falcons fan, and we beef it every day when football season start. But there's other things core wise, like our belief in God, and we both love to cook, and we both love to play games, and do little fun stuff with just me and her, and we relate on that. So it's able to work because the core things that we love about each other, that sustains us, and so everything else could be different, but the
Mhm.
core inside is all the same.
Yeah, and I get that. So it's like, you do. I do like people that kind of challenge my intellect. I like to have a conversation where it's like, I never knew that. I learned something today. So you're interested in it? I'm discovering new things. Oh, I like this music. I like this now. I'm discovering some new things about them. It's like, oh, you like to do these type of things. Okay, let me get so it is exciting. It's something new. It's something that's not repetitive. Like you're dating yourself at this point. It's like, and you want that, but then it's like you said, we're doing the same exact thing over and over again. It kind of
Yep,
gets repetitive. And it's like, okay, what else is we going, what are we going to do now? I want something new. Well, I don't like all that. This is just what I'm stuck in my ways.
that's
I don't want
right.
to change that up. I thought that's what we was liking. We like this. Like, but I
Literally.
want, I want more. We've done this. Let's explore and do new things. Oh, that was my marriage, stuck in their own ways. And it's like,
Mm.
you don't want to do anything else. I'm good right here. I'm just fine, complacent in the job and everything. I was just like, I
Yes.
got to get out and go and travel and do some fun stuff. Don't want to do that.
Right. I'm telling you, just the fun. I mean, simple is fun stuff. Like simple things is like food or something. It was like it was too much of a good thing, as they say. It was too much of a good thing. So yeah, I definitely learned now. It's just like, so what if you don't agree on everything? Sometimes you just
Hmm.
disagree. It's potato, potato, tomato, tomato. But are you gonna cook the food or not? Because we're hungry.
Yeah.
And that's a common thing. Y'all need, y'all get angry when you haven't ate. Okay, maybe that could be a core value in y'all relationship if that's what y'all relate on. But just make sure you have something.
So this one is so okay. Now you got all the expectations, what you expect in the person that you pursuing. Now let's just say, like you said, you don't want somebody to be exactly like you. Just meet everything. You kind of want them to be a little different. But what if you're just so set on your list that you have that they have to meet, and they're not checking every box? So
Mm,
do you end the pursuit in this relationship? Do you do that? Is that realistic?
mm. I think it could be realistic. It just depends on what's on the checklist. Is the checklist realistic? Like, are
Yeah.
you saying,
Yes.
oh, you found out that this man is a liar? Oh, that's definitely, you're ending it right there.
Mm-hmm.
Things like that, like high level stuff that are to the core of who that man is or woman
Yes.
is, not, the frou-frou stuff. Oh, he got to make at least $173,000 a year, and he has to drive a 2023 or newer. And,
Yes.
I saw the video, I think I shared with you, where the girl was like, "Oh, I can't date a man who didn't grow up with his father."
Yes. Yeah.
Ma'am, who are you to judge that man? Like it was his
Exactly.
fault. Like sometimes the checklist don't be checklisting because it's unrealistic.
Mm-hmm.
So if I could look at the checklist, if it's just popping on like, oh, you feel like you could trust him, you feel like he's honest, you feel like you feel secure. Because for me, that's definitely a big one. I want to feel secure. I want to feel safe.
Yes.
I'm with you. Um,
That's that comfort level. If I'm not comfortable with you,
yeah, that's a big one. That's a big one. So if you have stuff like that on the checklist and that's not matching and
yeah.
you smelled that in the beginning, don't ignore that red flag. You friend zone them immediately. And it's been great. I would love to continue this as friends
That's
because
exactly. And don't get caught up in that infatuation with how good it is. That's where we get stuck.
that's where they get messed up because they go ahead and dip their finger in the pot first, then try to get the checklist. Be like, damn, he ain't got nothing
Somebody
on
told
this
me it's like you
checklist.
put your mouth on it. I was like, well, damn, I sure
Well,
did. You put your mouth on it. It's like, yeah,
man, you done put your mouth on it. Now look,
look
you
where you
found
at.
out he got 6 kids with 5 baby mamas. Now you mad because that's not even on your list. You didn't you wanted no baby mama drama on your list. Now look at you.
Look at you.
Look.
You're ignoring all of that and they just lying to you. So we're
Mhm.
gonna get ready to close this on out, because of course now we're talking about, yeah, like you said, realistic list. I get that. If you're not matching some of the really key points in what you're looking for, of course you don't been in these relationships. So now your list is, let's be mature about it. You also take accountability, what you can accept and can't, what you contributed to those previous relationships, why it didn't work out, because it ain't just always one-sided now. If you
Right.
were raised an alcoholic, you a cheater yourself, you don't know how to communicate, you're difficult,
Right.
you're toxic, you doing all that, but everybody else the victim here. Let's go
Right.
ahead and talk about how do we work on that table.
Let's work on the table.
Let's fix it up. We got to,
It's
put them legs back
wobbling.
together.
It's
It's wobbling to the
wobbling.
side a little bit, but we need to fix that, put it together so it can stand upright. But let's work on this table. Instead of just putting, the fork and spoon on the table, let's bring the whole
Mm,
plate, baby, with the soup. We want the whole full
we
course on
want
this
the
table.
full
What
course.
you finna bring? So we're
That's
gonna
right.
talk about that. So you gotta, that's important. You gotta, be realistic. What's important to you? Focus on that and stop thinking that everybody owe you anything. And you got to get it for yourself for one thing. So make yourself a priority. Yes. So that is that, getting your self-help together, going to therapy if you know you don't been a problem, anger management. Get yourself together first. If you're going to pursue
Mhm.
somebody, you need to be all together when you come and bring into these things to the table and you're demanding that back from somebody else. An unhealed person, you can't expect an unhealed person to love on you when you can't even love on yourself.
You saying it. You saying it. And that is so important. And I wish people would take more time to get themselves together. Like literally stop putting in the dating apps like you're trying to get your shit together and just go get your shit together.
Thank
And
you.
then guess what?
I
Take
don't got my together. So this is, I've learned what I've learned from that, and now I'm a different person. I see things a little bit better. I know what to accept and what not to accept. I know what I'm looking for. I know what I want now.
Mm-hmm. Because you've done the work yourself. You got it. And that's how the blocker will automatically, what's not going to fly through. No matter
Mhm.
how fine he is or she is. It ain't going to work because it's not, you prioritize what's important to you.
And people do a lot of this. Yep, I'm self healing. I'm doing this, but you're not really doing the work. Like I see a
Yeah.
therapist. I'm actually searching for a new one, but I took it upon myself and say, you know what? I have some childhood trauma I got to deal with. Things that happened to me led me into these relationships, and what I was accepting, red flags I was missing, or I knew it, but I stuck with it because it's like, oh, I don't, the separation anxiety. I can't be away from this person. There's a lot of things I accepted. I was like, you know what? I was getting the BS because I was accepting the BS.
Uh-huh.
But at
That's
the same
honesty
time,
right
I'm
there.
not an easy person to communicate with at the same time. So it's like, I know it's hard for me to express myself sometimes. So, like what we said earlier, you just can't think somebody is psychic and figure you out. You got to tell them.
You got to tell them. You got to open your mouth. You literally
Hmm.
have to say something. And especially once you prioritize yourself, it should be easier to do so.
Hmm. Next, we're setting boundaries. Ooh.
This is a tough one because everybody's boundaries are different and crossing those boundaries could be detriment. Some people, are huge on like PDA
Yeah.
and, touchy feely, and the other person might not be with that at
Not be
all.
into that.
And have a
Hmm.
like I know several people like I have a box and you have to stay outside this box. Period. And that's just how it
Hmm.
is. And you know, I wish you could say set healthy boundaries.
Healthy boundaries.
Cause
Yes.
no, don't be setting boundaries where you just blocking everybody out. And that just goes back into you dealing with what you got going on with yourself.
And that's me. I'm a cut off game person. I will cut you off and don't then think about it. It's like maybe I shouldn't have cut them off. Maybe I should have said what I
Hmm.
should have said to them before I cut them off, so they understand why I'm cutting them off. I just
Right.
don't want to know. I'm finna ignore you and block you, and they over here on the outside of the window. Hello, is it me? Like, wait, what happened here? You just cut me off. You didn't tell me nothing. I
So
didn't
you
know
put
nothing was
people on
wrong
D
with
and
you.
D. You be quick to put people on D&D. Do not disturb.
Girl, no, it's
Block
do not
list.
disturb, blocked, and everything. Social media, mm-mm. I don't want nothing. Then I'm putting some subliminal on the Facebook, and that's where my maturity level started. I was like, I can't be doing that. I can't be throwing these little memes up and stuff,
Me
and you're gonna
too.
look
That was
at it.
me. Yeah, I had to.
Oh,
Yeah,
I man, I got to
Bates
work
tried
on.
to
I'm
do
still
that
working on that one.
That
I
I
am.
had to do recently. I'm agree with you on that one. Yeah, for sure. That one was tough because the memes make you be petty real quick.
I know you watching it. You see it too. You in
And
my
I
stories
know
and
you
everything. I
see it.
know you're looking at it. And then they'll call you. It's like, what? I'm a little upset. Like, what? And try to act like you don't know what's going on. What you
Like,
mean?
girl, what's wrong?
I'm a little irritated. What going on, boo? What you talking about?
Why?
What's up? Yeah, I'm a little petty. I'm a little petty. Petty little bill. I
Slightly.
am. I am that person. But next one, be yourself, please. You never know what being yourself to somebody can do, because we are getting the representation of somebody. But when you let those guard downs and you're just being authentically you, and they be like, you know what? Something about you I really like. You're just genuine. You're real. I like your personality. I want to get to know more, because you're not throwing all these smokes and whistles and throwing all this this fake persona up, and you're really not getting the real person. Then it's like, I like you. We connect. But you can't do that if you're not being your true self, though.
That's right.
They're
I
not
can
seeing
relate
you
to
for you. You can relate to that.
I'll say even with you, like I feel like we met on a whim, and I feel like our personalities connected immediately. We
Hmm.
bonded on certain things because both of us are both Falcons fans. Just by us being ourselves, right? Rise up, go Kirko, happy birthday,
Kirko
uh,
Kirko.
go Kirko, happy birthday. But just just by being yourself, and that's in every aspect of your life, like not even just like trying to find a partner.
Hmm.
This is
Friendships. Oh.
friendships, this is working relationships. You be yourself, and that can take you so far. It
Hmm.
can take you so far because people will always remember how you make them feel because you're just being genuine. Like she made me feel like she genuinely cared about what I was telling her about. And people will remember that about you.
Hmm. And that's what I'm saying. So it's like, I mean, yes, I put myself out there and say, hey, I'm looking for a podcast, host or whatever, or come on and be a guest. But I also try to build relationships with people, because, you never know what, like, we're gonna go back into some people that's kind of late to the show. We'll go back into what her career is, but it's like we could connect in all types of aspects of business and things like that, just from me
Yep.
opening my mouth and saying, "Hey, this is who I am." I tell her I'm goofy, I'm this, I'm that. I'm just gonna be me. If you can be that with me, then we're gonna. This is going to be a good show, and that's the type of
Hmm.
personalities I'm looking for. Because, like, I don't want you to be dry. I'm gonna crack a joke, and you sitting there looking like, um, we ain't gonna work out, baby. We're not. And then, of course, we're gonna finish closing this out, but improve your communication skills. That's my biggest fault.
I
I
think
will I will ignore you. I will isolate. I won't
Mm.
even tell you anything until I explode. And then then I'm crying and all this going on, and oh, you didn't, but it's like, I could have said something, let you know how I feel, but I held it in until I'm ready to pop off and go crazy. And what the hell is wrong with you, woman? All of this.
You done broke down and everything. You you too emotional. Now you just letting it all out. It's like, you could have just I was here. I was here to support you through whatever it was, but I couldn't figure you out. You couldn't tell me nothing. You kept telling me it was nothing.
Hmm.
So I just went on, and I felt like that made you even more mad. That's what, because I know sometimes for me, it could get like that. Like you won't speak, and so I'm ignoring you. So now you mad that I'm ignoring you, but I'm like, well, you told me it's nothing. So now we both mad. Now it's an argument, and then it's all because you was mad about something that happened at work today.
Yeah. or something you didn't do. You didn't, y'all like to have y'all breakfast in the morning and you decide to grab a pop, a hot pocket or something and walk out the door and you didn't even give me a kiss. And it's you and your feelings about that. We used to greet each other when you leave. You didn't tell me
Right,
that, damn it. You like when I
right,
acknowledge you before I leave out the door. I won't know that until, you tell me these things. You
right.
appreciate when I give you a little love before I walk out the door. Cause I'm so attached to you. I gotta have every little moment of you and you walk it out. Yeah. There's some people that are very attached. And it's like, you better show me some
Yes.
love when you walk out this door.
I
Now in my
mean,
feelings, I'm crying and I'm putting up these messages and you know.
right. You sending the crying face emoji talking about you don't love me. You forgot to kiss me. What? I told you I was 15 minutes late for work.
Thank you. I ain't got time to sit down and have breakfast with you, baby. I got to be there at 8 o'clock, and we got a
You
client to do inspection on the
right.
office building. Corporate is in the building today, so I got to act like I got some sense. So let me go ahead and get my day started a little earlier. I'll see
Right.
you when I get home.
Because you wasn't listening. You just took
Active
offense.
listening.
You gotta start use them listening skills they taught you back when you was in kindergarten. Remember them? Remember them hooked on phonics you used to listen to? Use them listening
That's
skills.
that's that communication skill.
That's that
You gotta
communication. I need you
you
to
gotta
listen.
listen. You busy doing this.
You busy. Oh, I'm telling you. Boom. Yeah.
You're
Going,
not
going,
listening.
going, 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 going. I was like, girl, you didn't even take a breath. Wait a minute. You
And you
big
still want some
man.
more when I come
Right.
home. You
Right. You
still
as soon
upset.
as I walk in the door. And another thing. What? How about hello? How are you?
And last but not least, you got to boost your confidence. But that comes with a lot of, your partner making you feel that way too. We can be, you know, let's say you get with somebody and you're all into them and you do all that work to get them. And then when you get them, you forget that everything that you put into that effort, you got to continue to do it. So, and then of course, one thing you also got to do is understand people's, communication styles and love languages and things like that. And you also got to boost your own confidence too. A lot of people want validation. A lot of people want, but you got to be able to look in the mirror for your own self and be like, you know what? You hello, you're cute, and dude, if you don't feel that great, like exercise, all of that. I'm not saying you need to be a size 2, but if you're just slumping around and not doing anything for yourself and you're in this depression, you're going to be depressed and you're going to stay there. So you're
Hmm.
going to feel terrible, and even when your mate is telling you you're beautiful, you're gorgeous, you don't got to, but you don't feel it, you got to also work on your self-esteem within for yourself, you know and a lot of people are very insecure and not confident within themselves, and then they go into these relationships with that, and it's nothing wrong. Sometimes we can't find that confidence within ourselves because we've been torn down so much. You're not a certain size, you look like this, you're too dark skinned, you're too this, you're too that, and you're taking it all in, and then you become this person where you're just always shrugging yourself. You're kind of shy, you're kind of feeling down about yourself. We have to learn to practice loving ourselves internally. We do. We want validations from other people, but don't depend on that. If you got to go to therapy, if you got to go seek somebody unbiased to talk to you about yourself, um, pick up walk around the neighborhood. If you feel like you can lose a couple more pounds, people don't have to, like, being in shape doesn't mean you got to be a size 2. Being in shape is so you walk up them steps and you're not losing your damn breath. That's what being in shape is. So get healthy, eat right. Your skin is going to look good. You're going to carry yourself a little bit better. It's like, I feel better today. My stomach don't bother me. I'm eating better. My energy is better. I'm sleeping better. I'm doing better. I'm working on my mental health. Confidence come with everything. You got to work on the outside and the in. You do. People are
Absolutely.
people not going to do that for themselves. They want somebody else to tell them they're beautiful. And then when somebody don't tell them they're beautiful, that's crashing your whole entire world. Don't allow people to control how you feel about you. That's just my biggest thing. I know it's easier said than done. I get that.
Mm-hmm.
It is. But you can get there. You just got to work on it.
That's right.
I know I
Cat
just got deep,
Williams.
y'all. I know I just got deep. Pass the
Oh yeah,
collection
you
plate.
got me. Yeah, yes. Let the church say, Amen.
Man. So what you think about that? This is our last little point, then we're gonna go ahead and
Yeah.
close it on out.
Well, Cat Williams said it the best. It's a theme of your mother effing self. That's
Mm.
starting here. Self-esteem is the esteem of your mother effing self. And he's right. It starts inside. It starts inside. Like we've always been saying throughout this whole podcast today. It starts with doing the work with you.
Hmm.
Because if you're good, it's going to radiate
Oh
towards
yeah, you
everybody.
attract other
You're
people.
yes, and that your
Hmm.
personality will come out. Your energy will radiate to other people. People will start matching your energy, and it just changes the mood of your day, of your week. I mean, it could do wonders. Now, like you said, you have to do something on your own. But for some people, they do need to hear those words of affirmation. So,
Hmm.
that's also, like I said, keep doing the work on yourself to understand that that's what you need.
Hmm.
So that when you do have all this confidence, you're letting them know, okay, I know I have confidence, but I need to hear it from you too
Yeah.
as well. And
Hmm.
that's fine if that's what you need. I don't necessarily need words of affirmation, but every now and then I like to hear a
Yeah.
little something.
A little
And
something.
she understands that. So, I'll be loving on myself and she'll come right behind me and love on me too. You
Hmm.
know? So yeah, just being honest with your expectations and then just boosting yourself confidently knowing that you got it and everybody else around you is gonna feel it too.
And then I'm saying, so like you said, it radiates on the next person. So it's like they're feeling good and feeling great inside. So they're giving you compliments like you're amazing. You're a great person. I love you. You just you brighten my day.
Mm-hmm.
You bring me peace and joy. So when you're feeling good, she's feeling good, we're feeling good. It's a beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful thing.
I mean, we're gonna fight every now and then, but as long as we know how to get back to that peace,
That's right.
we know how to get back to it. Not everything is gonna be beautiful and roses all the time, people.
That's
And that's
right.
another thing they didn't even bring up. You got to be ready to be prepared for the shit to hit the fan sometimes in these relationships, past the honeymoon stage.
I'm telling you, because the honeymoon stage, some of y'all living it far too long. Then real
Mhm.
life comes and smacks you in the face.
That's what I'm telling you. So we're gonna get right into this last sip. And we want you to tell us who you are, Miss Ma'am. And this is the part where we just kind of, you plug yourself, your last minute thoughts and words, tell them how to find you, what you got upcoming, so they're knowing who you is. Go ahead for the people that was a
Yes.
little late to the show. Let them know who you is.
Hey, everyone. First of all, Maggie, thank you so much for this opportunity. Cheers to you. I
Hmm.
appreciate you so much. So once again, my name is Stina B. I am an event MC, comedian, and podcaster. I have a podcast called Queens Boulevard Podcast
Hmm.
with my best friend, where we talk about life, love, and our favorite things. And a new episode is dropping this Friday, as a matter of fact. So
Oh
you can check
wow.
it out
Got to
on
send it to me.
all of your podcast platforms. It'll be there. Also, my next show will be at Laughing Skull, which is here in Midtown Atlanta on September 4th. Show time
Let me
is
write that down.
8 o'clock.
September 4th, people. September
Yes,
4th.
September 4th at Laughing Skull Lounge, which is in Midtown Atlanta. Um, and yeah, the show starts at 8 o'clock, and I'm
Okay.
excited about that. And please follow me. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter and Threads
Okay.
and it's
I'm,
at
I'm
it's
still getting
Stina
used
B.
to threads. It's like an afterthought for me, but I'm trying to get into
Oh,
it.
it's so fun. I love it. It's so fun. But it's at it's Stina B. So just like you see it here without the apostrophe, it's at it's Stina B. And I'll definitely follow you back. You can see some of my comedy there. Oh, and also on TikTok as well. It's
Okay.
it's Stina B. So follow me. I'll follow you back. You can see some of my comedy there, some of my little skits that I do, and some clips from my podcast as well. And I'm just excited to have been here. And I just look forward to interacting with you more in the future, Maggie. Thank you so much for
Oh
your
yeah, look, we got you funny, so you're gonna be back so we can crack jokes on a lot of stuff. Cause I just need that girlfriend that's just gonna be like, girl, what we gonna talk about this week? Cause I'm ready to
Mhm.
get in. It's been hard because life been life, and then my co-host she's been busy getting her kids together. She's a sports mom, so I respect that and everything else. But it's like I can't talk to myself. I need
You need somebody,
somebody to
girl.
bounce off of. So
And
you're
hello.
more than welcome to come on, and I'll be at September 4th. That's actually right before my daughter's and them birthday. So I'm gonna take meet mama out before I go spend money on them and come see you and
Okay.
check you out. People, if you like comedy, go check her out. Go ahead now to her social media and let her know that Champagne Confessions brought you, so she'll know. Do it right now. Everybody that's in the audience. Do it right now. Other than that, y'all already see it right there. Just Champagne Confession. You want to donate to the channel, you can. Hashtag Champagne Confessions. I'm a mental health coach as well. Of course, event planner. My host. I do all things out there. You're gonna see me in the street somewhere. So I'm gonna have my camera all ready to go when she's doing her thing. So go ahead and lock me in too, because you're gonna see it. Because I'll be front row over there. Just long I'm a hide. Don't be putting jokes on me. I'm over here just supporting.
I
But I know
just
that's what their
might.
job is. I know they be picking folks out that be by themselves trying to hide. They'll look for that person like, yeah, I'm gonna take a joke about you, but it's all fun. I feel like I'm a comedian myself, but I just don't have the
You're so
energy to
funny.
get up
You
there
are.
to do it. So I just crack jokes all day. Everybody know I'm damn silly. But
You
on
are
to the
so
next time,
funny.
Miss Mav. That was the last sip. If you want to hang tight after this, for a minute when we wrap up. But other than that, people appreciate you. We have a tailgate. Oh, let me put this out there. I meant to mention that. Speaking of Falcons fans, we have a tailgate for the Falcons and Steelers game, people. It's $25 all you can damn eat. We already talked about how we like to eat. So come
Mhm.
on ahead, all you can eat and drink. We're gonna have the DJ. The DJ that did the red and black event I had, he's gonna be the DJ for this event. Get there early because if you walk up, I think it's 40, so get your tickets early right now. If you want to do it as a bulk, hit me up and I'll collect everything and send it over to these people. But it's right across the street from the stadium. You don't have nothing to worry about. You can actually don't even have to have a ticket. You can sit there. They're going to have TVs and everything. So you won't miss a thing. But let's party. Y'all know how it is when it comes down to the A and the
Yes.
tailgating. Let's do it. And I'm inviting you too, Miss Ma'am. We finna do
Oh,
it.
I'm pulling up. I'm pulling up because
Bring your boo
football
boo
season
too.
is
Like, well, you
back.
said she's a Saints fan.
She is, girl.
I
Oh,
don't know
I only
about that
have to
one,
be.
but I
I
mean,
only
I
have.
guess she can come on along. I guess,
She might get beat up, girl.
Until the next time, people, y'all go ahead and lock this tailgate in and rewind this show and leave some feedback and definitely go follow Miss Stina B. And we out, people. Peace.
Holla. Bye.